Wednesday, high near 59.
Hey, sports fans, huddle up. It's time for the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, a weekly football show with the high school head coaches at Danville, Boyle, Mercer, Garrett, and Lincoln counties, along with the Center College head coach and UK football coach. The Pigskin Report, brought to you by Pizza Hut in Harrodsburg. Earn free pizza with Hut Rewards. State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Job Master Rental, let them help master your job. CC Auto Parts and Service, an Auto Value Certified Service Center. Now, with the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, here are your hosts, Rick Schobel and Joe Mathis.
And welcome to the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut for another edition. Joe, we went 4-2 last week with one abstaining.
Not bad.
No?
That might be the best record we've had all season for a week.
Probably has. Well, I guess we're going to let people know up front right now that at 6:30 thereabouts, we're going to be cutting away on WHBN to go to the political forum at the Mercer County Senior High School. But the Pigskin Report will continue on 103.9 FM WHIR and at hometownlive.net. So just giving you a heads up, we'll have Mercer Coach East on this half of the 30 minutes. So fear not, Mercer County fans, we will have your coach on here. Boy, a big task, Joe, by UK coming up Saturday at number 3 Tennessee.
Super Dave's got his Tennessee orange on in here.
I know. I don't know why he's pulling.
Stabbing us all in the back.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, he's getting booed and everything else. Super Dave, and we got Marty the Party here and TNT over here.
Yeah.
Tim, Teresa and Tim. We got to say her name
People
first.
booing Super Dave and pizza.
Yeah. They're throwing stuff at him.
This is the type of quality program.
Look at that, throwing stuff
right
at him. I don't know, Joe. Well, we better get started here. We'll get this Marty Party started. And let's start off with the college ranks. And UK, Coach Stoops, are you ready to take on the number 3 team in the nation?
You know, obviously very excited about the opportunity we have this week to go play a extremely good Tennessee team that is absolutely playing on fire right now, offensively playing at incredibly high level right now. Just with their tempo, their talent, the way they're playing at quarterback, across the board, extremely hard to defend and playing extremely well. And really the same could be said about their defense. Really playing at a high level, getting big-time stops when they need to, getting very good pressure on the quarterback, swarming, playing well in all phases. So obviously a big challenge ahead of us. I think the bye hopefully came at a good time for us. We could get back. Obviously played a very good game the last time we played, but needed some time to heal. Players needed some time to heal up a little bit, getting bruised up throughout the season and getting our legs up underneath us to play a team that's as fast as Tennessee is in all areas. So looking to get back to work here today, continue our prep here for Tennessee. Some fastball and just get our cleats in the ground, execute calls, the urgency of communicating and getting lined up and just playing ball. You know, we got to continue to work. You know, we have to do our best to prepare the team. And I have to, find the best recipe to give them some time off, but also work extremely hard, especially with the challenges that we have, certainly in this game and down the stretch. That gives them big windows with some receivers that could really run, and a quarterback that's playing at the level he is and how accurate he is. It gives them a lot of space. You have to examine yourself. It's the only time you have just a little bit of time to take a good look at yourself. Again, evaluate the things that you're doing well. Try to find ways to continue to feature that. And then areas where you're falling short, how do you get that fixed, and why are you falling short? And take a good look at yourself there as long as you can with putting work in on Tennessee. Certainly we had to put time in at working on Tennessee and get started on that prep. So I'd say it's about equal in the off week. And then when you're playing a team that's playing this well, you better play at a high clip or you'll get embarrassed. And they could play very, very fast. They're scoring points on everybody. When you're playing the number 1 offense in the country, you better be locked in and be ready to play at a high level. Beat a very good Florida team. We were low in penalties in a very hostile environment. It'll be an even bigger challenge this week with a team that's playing this well, number 3 team in the country at their place, over 100,000, extremely loud. So we better have a great week and be very focused and try to cut down on the penalties as best we can.
I'll tell you what, Joe, this could really do something for this program if they could upset Tennessee, number 3, man, at their place.
Yeah, and ruin Tennessee's chance at,
wouldn't they?
At a conference championship, potentially, at a national champion. I mean, a playoff. They're going to have to beat Georgia as well. Tennessee would after UK, but this could certainly derail Tennessee's season.
Well, Center College's season has not been derailed. Coach Fry, another nail-biter, conference road win as the good guys beat Hendricks 45-42.
Yeah, it was a track meet. I was impressed with Hendricks. They pulled out everything. I mean, they're a very difficult offense to defend because they do so much. Just a lot of just unbalance and motions and screens, and I mean, they pressed us. There's no question. I think they're a much better football team as the season's going on, and I think their quarterback play's gotten better, and I think that's what the difference was. Being in a position to score 42 points against us. I mean, they're just a tough team to defend. We had some critical errors at times, but it had to do with just the problems they gave us with their formations and their motions and it was one of those kind of games that you're just kind of like, geez, you can't stop them. But they couldn't stop us too. So
I was just getting ready to say they had the same problem on that end there because you came away with the W.
Yeah, that's right. And it's always hard to anytime you're on the road, it's a different kind of game. It's just really different. It's a nice win. All wins are nice.
Yeah, they are. How did you come out after the game health-wise?
We're banged up, but I think it's all part of the season right now. We're right now we got 3 games left, so 2/3 of your season's over. Guys are they're nursing injuries that they have, but they're able to play by Saturday, and then you get back again. It's part of the game.
You've got, speaking of which, Saturday at noon o'clock, you have Trinity coming in. What do you know about their offense?
They're very fundamentally sound. They are a good RPO. They've got really good football players. They've got speed. They're not going to scheme you. What I mean by that is they're not going to be developing gadget plays and, because that's kind of what Hendricks did to us. They had a lot of kind of gadget plays that they would run at you. And, Trinity's just going to line up and play football. And they're going to do a good job at it. I hope that's what we do, as well. So I hope it'll be a really good football game.
What do you think defensively they're going to try to do to you?
Well, they're very they're not vanilla. They're quarter coverage, but they put a 40 front. They've got good people up front. They have great speed. I mean, they run well. I think sometimes when you run as well as you do, you sometimes can exploit their over pursuing. They just run well, and I think that's where they've ever been hurt. If they are hurt, is because they're so aggressive. They make a mistake by being too aggressive. We got to exploit that a little bit.
What do they look like on special teams?
They're okay. I mean, they're sound. They're just a fundamentally sound football team. Like I said, when you have good football players, you can do some things and cover up some things. Which they do in their special teams. But I think, one thing I notice is they run well. Their kickoff runs well. Their kids run well on the kick return. Their punt is sound and they run. Yeah, I'm impressed with them. I mean, they're a little bit like Barry, but I think they're a little bit. They beat Barry 21-14, I think, last week, and it was a good game, and I think they matched up well with them. They beat Birmingham Southern, and Birmingham Southern's very athletic as well, and they matched up with them. I mean, that's what we got to do. We got to match up with them, and it'll come down to, you're going to ask me, what's the keys? The keys are the mistakes. When you're playing a good football team, you can't turn the ball over because those, you can't cover those up. We covered up our turnovers against Hendricks just because we were probably a little better. But when you play a good football team, you can't make those mistakes. And then being sound, you can't put yourself in a position where there's going to be some things you beat them physically. They're going to beat you physically, but you can't make a mental error to give them an opportunity. And they have to do that with us as well.
That's Center College head football coach Andy Fry.
Now, Joe, before we get too much further in, if you have a wreck tell the tow truck driver to take it to the experts in Danville, Cowell Collision Center. Brett and Devin, my buddies there.
Yeah.
Tell them to take it in there.
All right, we'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll have Mercer County head coach Craig Yeast, Lincoln County head coach Josh Jaggers, and Garrett County head coach Spencer Crutchfield. As we've got another 15 minutes or so before we'll step aside and go to the Harrodsburg debates right here on WHBN, and also streaming the show live on hometownlive.net and on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville.
Saturday night.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Kentucky!
Coach Stoops and the Cats are in Knoxville for a big SEC battle under the lights.
Let's go!
Tennessee Volunteers and your Kentucky Wildcats.
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5 with kickoff at 7.
Home of your home for the Cats and the hits. WRNZ FM Z105. Go Cats!
Great. See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrodsburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
The Big Dinner Box from Pizza Hut. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and boneless wings or pasta, all in one box. Heck, swap in a third pizza if you want. It's your world. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Additional charge for more than one topping. Product availability, prices, and delivery areas, minimums, and fees vary. Delivery charge not a tip.
Hey, this is Matt from Job Master Rental. Most of us may have some weekend free time, so when you find yourself looking at a home project, come see us at Job Master. We'll get you the right tool for any job. We can help you tackle home improvement projects to major construction and everything in between. Take advantage of our weekend special. 1-day rental from 3 p.m. on Friday to 8 a.m. on Monday morning. From all of us at Job Master, go Rebs. Visit us at jobmasterrental.com. We have 2 convenient locations in Danville and Lebanon. Let us help master your job.
Whitaker Bank is dedicated to providing exceptional banking experiences to our fellow Kentuckians. We live in the communities we serve, and we work diligently to serve the needs of our neighbors. This is Rita McIntyre, head teller and branch manager of the South Branch located at 928 South College Street in Harrodsburg. Stop in and let us put our experience and customer service to work for you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
And back to the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. Again, call 859-734-5143. So what kind of specials they have? They've got that new, what is that, Joe? I can't see backwards. Can you read backwards?
Yes, those are the melts.
Melts.
They're like almost just like pieces of pizza folded over, but they have no crust on them.
No crust on them.
And the toppings are like falling out of them, and they come with a cup of marinara sauce.
I saw it last night. They really look good.
Yeah, they do. They look great.
They got all kinds of things here for you. French fries. They got good sandwiches. Check them out. Nobody out pizzas the Hut. Pizza Hut. All right, let's go to Mercer Coach Yeast. A nice district road win over DeSales, 30-25.
We went up there and took care of the business that we needed to take care of, and found a way there at the end to close it out. and win the football game.
Give us some highlights of some of the guys that kind of stood out in your mind in the game Friday night.
I was really happy with Ashton Drake at quarterback. He made some nice plays, was very confident in playing, even though we had a couple plays that didn't quite go his way. He still played every play and did well. Our offensive line did a phenomenal job of blocking. I don't know how many yards we actually ran for, but we ran for quite a bit of yards. I think we run for a lot more if we don't have mistakes. Thaddeus Mays had a fumble recovery and an interception. He played really well. We're really excited about Garrett Pfister doing really well on special teams, and then had a couple really nice plays running down and covering kicks. Obviously, it was a point of emphasis for us after giving up the kickoff return last week. And also, as a whole overall team, I felt like defensively we played well. A few times we just blew a few assignments overall as a team. But I just felt like we played very, very well. Morgan Pennington ran the ball well, and he also really ran to the ball. I think he led us in tackles. Him and Miles Haygood in the middle of our defense, they both play really well at linebacker. So just happy with overall win.
Well, did you come out healthy? Everybody okay after the game?
Yeah, I think for the most part we're fairly healthy. We got a couple dings, but nothing too serious at the moment.
Well, you got West Jessamine coming in. The 4-5 record's deceiving because this is an explosive team. Now, they've scored in 9 games, 344 points, average about 38 a game, but they've given up 433. But when you say West Jessamine, you only have to say 2 names, Jacob Jones, quarterback. He's thrown the ball 204 times for 127 completions, 4 interceptions, but 21 touchdown passes. And if that's not enough, Coach, he's rushed the ball 173 times for 1,619 yards and 24 more touchdowns.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, I don't have any other words to describe. If we can't stop him, he will beat us. He's that good.
And I believe Pookie Jones is his dad, too.
His dad. And Pookie Jones was a heck of a football player and baseball player at the University of Kentucky back in the early 90s.
This is going to be a job for your defense because they want to rush him, but then he can throw the ball, obviously, but then he can take off with it, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about him. He's very smart, very efficient with the football in the pass game. He's got a really, really dynamic wide receiver to throw to, and then they use his legs, just as dynamic with his legs as he is with his arm. He's really the total package, and he turns around, and he plays defense, and plays corners. He's a really good athlete. I mean, he's going to be a great challenge for us. It's going to be hard for us to stop him. We're going to have to really be focused and locked in on what we're doing defensively to slow him down.
The receiver you're talking about is Dalton Carter. He's caught 65 balls for 1,108 yards, 9 touchdowns. And Brody Jones, is that any relation to Jacob?
I think that might be his younger brother.
Okay. He's caught 41 passes for 535 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's got a great 1-2 punch catching the ball, too.
No, I'm not sure. He's got a really good, like I said, they got some playmakers over there on that side. And we're going to have to do a really good job of trying to take a few things away from them and hope that whatever we take away, whatever we don't take away, it doesn't beat us.
Defense, what have they shown you, Coach? It looks like that they've had a lot of people score on them.
Yeah, they've given up a lot of points. They're a little young, but they do have on their defensive line, I think they have a defensive end, number 7. He is extremely athletic and long. And then, most of their skilled players, they flip right over and they play defense. So, I still think that they're solid. And if we don't do what we're capable of doing, we're going to have our hands full. And it's going to be very difficult to beat them. It's going to be difficult to beat them if we do everything right as it is.
Well, and you don't want this to turn into a track meet, which it could be, your explosive offense versus theirs. So,
yeah, we don't want that.
Coach, last question. What's it going to take to beat West Jessamine Friday night?
Discipline. That's it. Go tight.
That is Mercer County head football coach Craig Geese. Let's go to Lancaster and talk with Garrett County head football coach Spencer Crutchfield. And, Coach, a historic 31-27 win for Garrett at the Rockcastle County, or the Rock.
We did really well, especially starting out the game. The first 2 drives, we were able to drive it down the field and stick it in. And, that kind of set the tone for us on the night. And you got to give our guys a lot of credit. You mentioned the backs, and having all the yards. You've got to give the guys credit up front. We did a really good job being physical and getting off the football and executing. So definitely proud of our guys. You know, we've battled some injuries here. We dressed 27 guys the night, but it's the next man up. And, you know, we battled through it and played a pretty good team, or a really good team, and, you know, ended up getting down late in the game but fought back and didn't give in. So definitely proud of the guys in the fight we had.
Now, how much change did you make in the offense, Coach? Did you change the offense a whole lot? Student body left, student body right, the quarterback taking the direct snap and running with it? How did that work?
We changed it up a little bit. We really didn't change it up a lot. Hayden played quarterback the whole time. Malachi just threw a halfback pass. So,
okay.
You know, we did some things different. We threw in a couple wrinkles with Hayden. He's able to carry the ball, and we stuck to our base offense. We just made a tweak here and there to be able to allow him to run the ball and make some reads and stuff and run the ball as well. So, you know, got to give Hayden a lot of credit. You know, he stepped in and he was in command of the huddle and command of the offense all night. So, got to give him a lot of credit for stepping up and you know, taking advantage of his opportunity.
Tell you what, you got an offensive weapon in Zach Daly as well. Went 4 for 4 in field goal, or went 4 for 4 in extra points. He also kicked a field goal for you all.
Yeah, I mean, Zach's got, you know, he's got better and better throughout the year, and he's been able to come to practice here the last couple of weeks where he's been playing soccer. You know, soccer's over, so he's getting better and better every day, and he works his tail off. And he's a cool, calm, and collected kid. You know, he doesn't get rattled. So, you know, that's always good when you have a kicker who keeps his head and doesn't get rattled.
And this win was big for you all. First of all, you know, you were going to make the playoffs regardless, but this bumps you all to the number 3 seed, and you've got Fleming County now in the first round of the playoffs. So, you know, matchup-wise, hopefully that's a little bit of a softer, easier matchup. Now, I know Fleming County's still number 2. That's not what I'm saying, that they're not a good team, but hopefully it helps you all. It builds confidence and gives you a chance in that first-round game to maybe pull one on Fleming County.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Mason's undefeated for a reason. They're a really good football team. And, you know, I'm sure Fleming, I haven't really got to watch much film on those guys, but, you know, I'm sure they're a solid football team. So, you know, we want to, you know, like you said, we want to put ourselves in the best position going into the playoffs, and winning that game on Friday definitely, you know, bumped us up and in the seeding. And, you know, it's huge for us confidence-wise as well. You know, you want to get some momentum going into the playoffs.
Yeah, and that momentum will start on Friday when you've got Clay County, one last regular season game, Coach, and one last chance for you all to improve your RPI. And this Clay County team is a pretty good team as well. They've won 2 in a row. They put up 50 on Magoffin County on Friday. Their quarterback, Tate Rice, threw for 7 touchdowns in that game. What do you expect to see out of this Clay County offense?
Well, they're really versatile. You know, they, like you said, they can throw the ball, they can run the ball, and they got some weapons. He's got some weapons on the outside, and the quarterback makes really, really good decisions. So, you know, we know we have our hands full, and that's a good test for us going to the playoffs because those guys are multiple where they can run the ball and throw the ball. So it's going to be a good test for us, and we just want to, like you said, you know, continue to get better each day. We have practice this week. That way we have you know, we're hitting the stride where we need to be when we start playoffs.
Now, you mentioned they can get you both run and pass. They have just about a 50-50 split run-pass, but Tate Rice has thrown 31 touchdowns to 3 interceptions this year, so he's really good at protecting the football. They have over 1,100 rushing yards as a team, 12 rushing touchdowns, 2 different guys in double-digit receiving touchdowns. Tyson Wagers has 10, Zachary Saylor has 12, so you got your work cut out for you. This is going to be a really good challenge for you all before the playoffs begin.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like you said, you know, the Rice kid makes really good decisions, and they do a good job of getting the ball out quick and letting those guys make plays on the edges. You know, they're really athletic, got some speed. So, you know, we definitely, it's going to be different than really what we've seen here over the last few weeks. We've been playing more run-heavy teams, so they're going to show us a different element. You know, hopefully we're able to match up with them and, you know, cause them some problems.
What do you expect to see out of their defense?
They're going to bring pressure. They're aggressive defensively. They'll be in a 4-front or a 5-front some and do a lot of blitzing and stunting. So, you know, we've seen that throughout the year. A lot of people pack the box against us where we run the ball so much. So, nothing really different than we've seen, just maybe a little tweak here or there that they do that other teams don't.
Garrett County head football coach Spencer Crutchfield. Coach, what's the keys to a victory to end the regular season with a 2-game win streak?
We just got to make sure, you know, like I said earlier, we're just getting better day in, day out of practice this week, and just got to take care of the football and, you know, limit mistakes and try to make them drive on us on the defensive side.
Okay, we're going to split away now. You Mercer County fans, we're going to go to the Mercer County Senior High Political Forum. So those of you that want to stay and hear the rest of the show, it's going to be on 103.9 WHIR FM and stream live at hometownlive.net. So we now go to the Mercer County Senior High for the Political Forum and your moderator, Dr. Earl Motzer. All right, Joe. All right, Joe, here we go. We are going to, I'll tell you what, Joe, Garrett County, I'm not sure if people really understand. They have got such a great tradition at the Rock. And for Garrett County to go in there and beat them, that is a signature win right there. They may be a little bit down this year, the Rock, but still, that's a huge win for that program for Garrett County.
Yeah, tough place to go and win. And have a new head coach this year, Rockcastle County does. And for Garrett County to be able to go in there, especially with...
They got a new coach, too.
Yes, yeah, Garrett County got a new coach as well.
Yeah.
And so for them to be able to go in there, they got the running game going. You know, they had a new quarterback as well. Hayden Elliman started at quarterback for Garrett County, so to completely make a game plan up with a new quarterback and to go in there, put up 31 points, run the ball like they did, yeah, that was a very good win for them. And nice district win as well for Mercer County. We heard from Coach East a couple minutes ago, so we appreciate Coach East and Coach Crutchfield being on. Let's go over to Lincoln County now, talk with Lincoln County head football coach Josh Jaggers. And, Coach, another close loss to a good Knox Central team, 30-28, and your team ran the ball well.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we were really in control of the game. First drive, we come out and put together a 9-play drive and go down and score. And then, they came back and scored. And then, the biggest, really the game changer was I don't think we had fumbled, had 3 offensive fumbles all year long. And then we proceed to, on our next 3 drives of the first half, while we're driving, turn the ball over. And had a big run called back on one of those drives. I think we ended up fumbling 2 plays afterwards. Had a 50-yard touchdown called back. But we've been spreading it out this year, kind of working from that with the injuries that we had in the summer and then early in the season with Thadengar and Reed Curlis, both tore their ACL. So we haven't really ran the ball like I wanted us to, and that's on me. We kind of abandoned it. And then the other night, one, obviously you got to be able to run the ball to win, and then 2, with their quarterback and what he was able to do, we figured the less times they touch it, the better off we are. Knox Central's been able to put up points this year. But we were down 22-7 at half and ended up coming back and had a chance. We scored to be able to tie it, and we got stopped on our 2-point conversion with about 5 minutes left to go in the game, and that kind of ended up being the difference. But the turnovers were key. But I was really proud of the guys. We put Seth and Elon and Micah Phillips back there in the backfield, and Seth I think led us some rushing with 115 total yards. I think we rushed for somewhere around 225, 230, right in there. But it's terms of effort, and these guys have given us effort all year long. I mean, they really have. I mean, going against who we played and just never quit, never quit. And from start to finish, I mean, it was just we just came up short. But yeah, you said it in the intro. It kind of outside of 3 games this year against 3 powerhouse teams that got chances to win state titles. It seems like it's been. Same song and dance. We've been right there, and it shoulda, coulda, woulda. And this drive or that drive or this drive would have made all the difference in the world. But anyway, no, it was a good game.
Got one more chance, Coach, at a win in the regular season before the playoffs begin, and you've got Rockcastle County. This is a team that just lost last week. Garrett County went there and beat them, and now they're traveling to take on your Patriots and an offense that is very run-heavy. Christian Larkey, 16 rushing touchdowns, 1,368 yards. He's a phenomenal player.
Yes, he is. Coach Larkey's son he's a dude now. Their starting quarterback went out when they were playing Wayne County, early in the game, and Christian is just you can see week by week where they still get under center and get in the bone just like we do in power eye and if they like their matchups in that situation, but they also they've been spreading it out and snapping it to him and letting him go to work, and just every single game he is getting more and more comfortable back there. I mean, athleticism-wise isn't a problem for him because he's got some afterburners that he can just take off and go. But just the little stuff you see that comes with being a quarterback, he's just getting better and better every single game. And they're sitting here 4-5, and they've had 3 real close losses themselves. I mean, they very easily could be 7-2 right now, rolling in. So I know they're kind of saying the same thing just like we are. They've had a couple, shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and play here or play there, and their record looks completely different.
Defensively, Coach, they look like they're pretty active. I mean, this is a defense that has 67 tackles for loss and 27 sacks this year.
Yeah, they are. Chris is doing his daddy's defense. They ran there at Rock for years, and it's kind of an underfront, gap 8, man-to-man defense, and they just come after you. I mean, they pin their ears back and just go. They flat get after it. I mean, it looks like Rockcastle County defenses of old. And even last year when I was in LaRue, we played Rock down there when Coach Parkey was there, and I still did a lot of the same things. And they get after it. I mean, it's Rockcastle County is one of those programs that if you're watching them now or you're watching them 30 years ago, it just, kind of like how Bell County is. I mean, it just looks like the same kind of kids every single year, and almost like clones of one another. But they're doing a good job, and I know their guys are hungry to get a win, just like ours are. So it should be a good game.
Coach, what's the keys to a victory on Friday against Rockcastle County?
Going back like to last week, looking at what beat us. I mean, just holding on the winning the turnover battle, and just matching their physicality. Not just matching it, but winning the physicality aspect. And I think those two things are going to be pivotal. Whoever gets after it the most, whoever wins the physicality battle and the turnover battle is going to win the ball game. I think it's very similar to who we played last week. And in terms of Knox Central, they had to do it all quarterback. Other kids that looked a lot like ours, and vice versa. And Rockcastle County's the same way with Christian back there at quarterback. I mean, they're just letting him do work back there and letting him eat. And it's just going to come down to who's the most physical and then winning the turnover battle.
That's Lincoln County head football coach Josh Jaggers. We are live at the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut for the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, and joined by Super Dave and Marty Party's made an appearance, and Tim and Teresa. Yeah, Tim and Teresa are here, and they had a pizza, and me and Rick had a pizza, and everybody here's having pizza, which is a good thing to order because it's Pizza Hut.
That's right.
You can get their
and
pizza.
They have other stuff too.
Yeah, other stuff like the melts, the brand new melts you were talking about, the pastas. Yep. They've got great buffalo wings here, chicken wings, boneless wings. So come on out.
French fries.
Beat the burger rut and hit the Hut. Pizza Hut right here
I've
in
heard
Harrodsburg.
That before on the radio.
And talk some high school football with us as well. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll talk Danville football. We'll also talk Boyle County football. And we got that coming up next right here in the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut Pigskin Report on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville. News Talk Sports.
CC Auto Parts and Service.
CC Auto Parts and Service is open for your service and parts needs. CC Auto Parts and Service are offering pickup and delivery for all your auto repairs as well as parts. They have a pay over the phone option if needed. CC Auto Parts and Service are concerned for everyone's well-being and are doing their best at keeping a sanitary and healthy environment. Give them a call at 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
This is Jesse Johnson, Senior Vice President of Whitaker Bank's newest branch, located in downtown Danville at 218 West Main Street. Whatever your banking needs, Whitaker Bank is here to help. Give us a call at 859-236-9822 to discuss your options and let us put our experience and customer service to work. We look forward to speaking with you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Great seat. We're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrodsburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch.
Ever notice how happy a bird looks perched on your power line? The reason the bird can sit on the power line is that he isn't touching the ground or any other grounded object. We, on the other hand, can't afford to be so carefree. So when you're working outside, the folks at your local electric cooperative remind you to avoid power lines. Always look up and to all sides before hoisting metal ladders and tree pruners into position. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
And we're back at the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut, so come in, get you, call 859-734-5143 if you want to deliver. Call ahead. They'll have it ready for you to pick up and take it home if you want to, or come in here and eat. We got a big crowd in here tonight. They enjoy the Pizza Hut. And let's enjoy now Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix. And your big plays hurt Bourbon County running away with a 55-12 win.
Yeah, I felt like offensively we played really well. We stayed on pace. Not many negative plays at all. I don't know if we had one just as far as a negative yardage play, which is what we wanted to do. I felt like offensively we did a good job.
What can you say about what Tavy Quisenberry did? He ran a punt return back for a touchdown, a kickoff for a touchdown. He rushed for a touchdown and caught a pass for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's a good football player, and getting the ball in his hands in open field is pretty good.
You know, you never know. That's what you don't want to become is predictable.
That's right.
Be ready. Well, I saw Bodner
We got a bunch of guys who can throw it.
Yeah, you do. We saw Bodner warming up. He was dressed, didn't need him. Do you think he'll be pretty much full speed coming up Friday?
We'll see. You know, the kid, he wants to play.
Yeah.
He didn't want to miss anything. You know, he wants to play. He wants to do that. But we're going to make sure, you know, we put him out there. We want him to be healthy. We want him to be, be able to help our team. Not only healthy for him and don't want to put him in harm's way, but also for our team, playing our best players and giving them the best chance to be successful.
Everybody else come out okay after the game?
Yes, everybody's healthy. I always talk to Double J. Our athletic trainers were really blessed to have. Hey, Coach, anybody come see you? Anybody come see you during the game? So everybody was healthy and looking to go.
You got to throw out what you did last year. You beat Frederick Douglass 34-7. Frederick Douglass, Coach, what a machine. Going back and look at the numbers here, they have allowed 42 points in 8 games. Unbelievable defense.
Yeah, and I think they gave up 14 last week in some mop-up duty, so they're definitely a very good defense. They play well. They're very well coached. They all get to the ball, and when they get to the ball, they make things happen. So, very, very good football team. I'm sitting there, I think 13 points is the most they've allowed all year, and that was in the second half, I'm pretty sure, against Montgomery County. They had 3 straight shutouts before that. Shut out a Scott County team 41-0 who just beat Louisville Ballard. So, they're a very quality opponent, and we've got to be prepared and ready to go.
They rushed for 1,160 yards, passed for 1,474.